Hello, everyone. I'm delighted to be here today to discuss our project Matrix World. Here, I'll provide an overview by discussing the key differences between our project and other Metaverse projects available today. I also discuss our short and long-term goals, as well as our Matrix Labs team and what we are working on, what we are building for the Matrix World, and other upcoming works. So first, please allow me to introduce myself briefly. My name is Alvin Xinyaosun. I'm Matrix Labs co-founder and chief scientific officer. At the same time, I'm a PhD candidate at the University of Alberta. So with a background in research and development in range of domains such as the computer vision, signal processing, and intelligent multimedia data science. So apart from my academic pursuits, I have been working on blockchain-related businesses and projects as a personal interest since 2018. So I am now a guest instructor for the Multimedia Masters program at the University of Alberta, where I give guest lectures for the blockchain courses and supervise the related research projects. So I'm primarily in charge of R&D at the Matrix Labs, as well as establishing collaborations with other research labs throughout the world. So with the goal of utilizing cutting-edge technologies to benefit our extra product. Now I'd like to underline our project's vision. We intend to create a Turing-complete multi-chain metaverse that gives users greater customization, a better user experience, and more possibilities. We are attempting to avoid some of the shortcomings of the current projects. We want the Matrix world to be highly friendly to creators and to be a metaverse for experienced developers who can utilize their abilities to construct complicated decentralized applications, while also allowing someone with limited development expertise to come in and build their space and enjoy the projects. So furthermore, we wanted we wanted the Matrix world to be really immersive experience, and we want our users to be able to engage with different smart contracts, different applications, and external services without being taken to a web page. At the same time, Matrix World will, of course, be the socially focused metaverse. There will be games, dApps will exist. We are not defining or constraining our Matrix World to be a game. It is intended to serve as a platform for users and creators to build what they want. Now let's address some characteristics to go over some of the most crucial parts of the Matrix World. They are multi-chain connectivity, immersive 3D decentralized application, and programmable NFTs and objects, the convenient automated tooling that the team is building, and the space name server, as well as the chain-based infra services. We are offering to go along with it that will make projects much easier to onboard to the Matrix world in the future. I'll begin with the multi-chain connectivity, which we believe is a good place to start. Many people think about multi-chain. They consider they own land in Flow or Ethereum, and can I transfer my land from one blockchain to another? This is the cross-chain scenario actually. Multi-chain is a little bit different, but it will help us in connecting users with multiple blockchain systems and ecosystems when they are in the metaverse. So you don't have to log in into anything else when you are in the metaverse with the multi-chain connectivity. You can interact with either a Flow or an Ethereum contract. This different network in a single immersive experience, giving you an access to the ecosystems that smart contract based on different chains and may have in a single interactive front end from the same world. A cross-chain somehow that would transfer an items from one chain to another. This is a really cool feature of the Matrix world. If we look at some of the big competitors, which are mostly single-chain metaverse projects running on the Ethereum ecosystem, there were some issues with a single-chain metaverse in our opinion. You only have access to one ecosystem, the developer and the user ecosystem. It's extremely limited. If you think of the metaverse in terms of its grand vision, it should be this virtual world, the virtual place where we can interact with all of the digital assets, regardless of the chain or the network they are on. As a result, we believe that multi-chain is the next step. We started with the games owned by the centralized company, and then we progressed to a single chain metaverse, which are advantages, and you do have the access to the entire ecosystem. However, the next step in evolution is to have a metaverse where you can access many different ecosystems and blockchain networks at the same time. So that is one of our major objectives, and our team has done many research in this area. Keeping with the multi-chain theme, let's talk about some of the pieces. So first, we have the multi-chain identity system that Matrix Lab is working on. It will keep a user's identity consistent across multiple blockchains. As a result, we have a single identity that is connected to the multiple wallets and blockchains. Of course, we currently support Flow and Ethereum, but we intend to broaden our support. So users will be able to interact with smart contracts on different networks with our multi-chain connectivities, and we wanted to remove the limitations that the single-chain metaverse have. You can only operate and interact with one of these ecosystems. We also intend to connect to external services. So you will able to access not only blockchain networks, but also marketplaces, storage protocols, streaming services such as the YouTube, and other similar services. To make this truly immersive experience, we want everything to be accessible within the world. And finally, everything is designed to be highly extensible. So as previously said, we currently support Flow and Ethereum, but this can be simply expanded to other networks. There were numerous chances to expand these and connect other ecosystems. So this is incredible advantages to the users because it provides them with more options and ways to interact to the blockchain. So they can access assets that they have on multiple networks at the same time. It benefits the creator because it expands their user base. It provides them greater freedom and helps them to create more interesting apps. And we know that at the same time, large corporations are also working on the metaverse projects, like the Facebook has changed its name to Meta, and Xirang released by the Baidu, as well as the Omniverse introduced by NVIDIA. Top corporations' metaverse projects are more focused on developing products that improve user experience and human daily life and address various difficulties that have arisen in the existing real-world environment. But there are still Web 2 metaverse in which all the information is held by the corporation. So Web 2 refers to the version of the internet most of us know today, an internet dominated by companies that provide services in exchange for your personal data. But however, Web 3, in the context of the blockchain networks, refers to the decentralized applications that run on the blockchain. So we intend to replace the Web 2 with the Web 3 as the blockchain-based metaverse for decentralization. But however, at current stage, there are still some limitations about the Web 3, like its scalability, user-friendly, accessibility, and cost. So now we are trying to make Matrix World place a good balance point between the two regarding how blockchain techniques have been improved at the different time step. Another important point is that, as previously mentioned, we want to have the 3D immersive applications. So going to the OpenSea market, for example, should be a real-world experience rather than something you do in the browser or another window. As a result, we will do everything we can to make it as easy as possible for creators to create these decentralized applications and have them live in the world. So this is a significant step forward in this project. As you may be aware, we have partnership with the Chain ID, and we would like to use this massive developer ecosystem to bring them into the Matrix world. We'll move on to the next one now, the programmable NFTs and objects. So as a result, the third major distinction is unique to the Matrix world. So users will be able to programming their objects, so they will be able to programming their NFTs after importing them. Let's jump in by looking at this figure. It illustrates an overview of the structure. We have four main things to understand: the NFT's aspects, the matrix objects, the space virtual machines, and the matrix network. So users can import their assets and convert them into matrix objects. The inverse will also be true. Users will be able to convert their matrix objects into NFTs on the fly. Let's look at the matrix objects to get better understanding. If you're familiar with programming and development, this is similar to the object-oriented programming, where we have scenes and entity objects. The top-level object is a scenes object, which is a parent object of all entity objects. So this is similar to the container, which define a set of rules for all of the objects in the children sessions below it. So you can turn your NFT into one of these entity objects and program it into a larger thing, which could be your decentralized application or the game. And let's take a look at the layout of the matrix object. So you can program functions into it, and you can also control things like the physics, textures, or mesh on it, as well as some other things like the shaders and lighting. So you can do the modeling as well as the programming. All of this will be possible with the tools we will develop. As a result of these programming objects, you will be able to create decentralized applications. To run this, we'll need some resources. This is where Space Virtual Machine come into play. The Space Virtual Machine can be seen just above the scene object. The compute resources and the memory used to run this program to run these decentralized applications will be provided by the Space Virtual Machine. So this will be tied to your land. So a certain amount of resources will be assigned to it. You can combine your lands into something called a space and combine their resources to make your virtual machine more powerful and allow you to create more complex decentralized application and programs. Matrix Labs is currently hosting these virtual machines, but however, in the future, users will be able to host their own space virtual machine, which will be run the application for their land and on their own scenes. When we connect all these space virtual machines, we will create a distributed or decentralized matrix networks. So these various space virtual machines and their applications can interact with each other. So applications that use multiple space virtual machines are also possible. As a result, the matrix network will serve as a platform for all these connected immersive 3D decentralized applications. So this brings the matrix world to life, making it more interactive. So this opens up a wealth of the possibilities for developers in this metaverse. So giving you the ability to use this object for doing complete programming. However, we know that not everyone is a developer, which is where our tooling will come in. As a result, the team is working on a convenient tool to assist less experienced developers or people with no development experience in enjoying these features and functionalities. What you see is what you get. Model editor is one of these tools, and this model editor will allow users to change the shaders for the lighting texture, for example. And we also provide a scene editor to control your scenes, making it a little easier for people who aren't familiar with the development. And we will also have automated templates available for those who simply do not understand the development side of things. And they could purchase a template on the marketplace to help automate the process. And it will make things a lot easier, and experienced developers can actually create and sell these templates items in the marketplace. And one more thing we would like to mention is the space name server. We want it to be a very easy for those users to navigate the various spaces, lands, and matrix world. And we are going to create a space name server where your space can be named. Others can use the name that easily navigate to your space in order to find and access it. So as a result, we have a multi-chain metaverse. This is also programmable and will host a variety of the 3D decentralized applications. And through the various tools we are developing, we will make this accessibility available to people who do not have development experience. That is the core concept during the Metaverse project, which includes a plenty of different use cases. So here I just to give you a quick rundown. It can be anything from the socializing and networking to trading, games and entertainment, education, work, and even the earning profit. So these Metaverse core activities may include the socializing and the networking. So in the metaverse, you can form social clubs, you can organize meetups, you can even hold virtual meetings. So this has grown in popularity as the COVID has progressed and many in-person meetings have become impossible. And you can create a virtual shop, a virtual marketplace, and of course your decentralized applications can be hosted on it. And games and entertainment, I believe we can all agree that this will be one of the most important aspects of developing blockchain games and hosting the virtual entertainment and events such as esports or other sporting events. And there is also something that is frequently overlooked, but we want it to be an integral part of our metaverse. So this would be the education and work. So virtual meetings and virtual office space can be incorporated into this. But there are also virtual lectures and virtual universities. So our team is eager to grow and assist developers. So in our metaverse, we would love to have universities, learning spaces, and learning centers. We can use those to host the classes, events, and teach people so they can learn in an interesting and fun way online. So finally, there is the opportunity to earn profit for sure. So it's done via DeFi or GameFi decentralized applications, or as previously mentioned, selling your inward creations such as the templates. And alternatively, you could create some models or NFTs to sell it in the marketplace. So there is also advertising and marketing potential. Well, distinguish these and makes them more powerful is that they are all multi-chain and cross-chains. So you won't be limited to just one ecosystem here. Now let's move on to discussing the team. Matrix Labs create the Matrix world, and Matrix Labs was founded in 2017 by a group of students, tutors, and professors in Canada. So at heart, we are all blockchain geeks. After graduation, a number of us went to work in tech fields and even hold some technical leadership positions. And as a result, the team's crew is heavily focused on the research and development. The team has now grown to include more than 50 members from all over the world. And we met White Matrix in 2018 and collaborated to develop the Chain IDE, which will be a huge part of Matrix world and the growth of this community within the ecosystem. So following that, we conducted extensive R&D by collaborating with the university research labs to build the innovation studies and publish papers. And we are expanding and attempting to attract more people to assist in the development of the entire community. Over the last few years, the Matrix Labs team has helped host and co-host over 100 events. The Matrix World is one of Matrix Labs' core products, and we work closely with academic research labs at universities, as well as the blockchain companies and industry partners. So the application of cutting-edge research to the real-world problem is one of our primary goals. And Matrix World is a fantastic platform that we are developing to help us achieve our goal with a unified 3D metaverse. Chain ID is a significant collaboration that I would like to highlight here. So they have an excellent developer ecosystem. It will be crucial in the construction of the Matrix world. So Chain ID is a multi-chain platform that offers services to blockchain developers. It has over 300,000 developers users over the world and over 5 million contracts that have been compiled on their system. And our team has been collaborating with the Chain ID team to create developer-friendly services for a long time. Apart from the collaboration with the industry partners, here are also some examples of the works that we have been working with the universities. So as part of the collaboration with the Human Cloud System Laboratory at the Chinese University of Hong Kong, Shenzhen, students proposed a three-layer architecture of the metaverse and built a university campus prototype. So it is an excellent piece of work that demonstrates the concept of creating a virtual university in the matrix world. Aside from that, collaboration with the universities of Alberta's Multimedia Research Center, students have done a variety of research projects involving 3D motion analysis, animation, and compression, as well as virtual reality training and monitoring. All of those works enables us to have a strong R&D foundation for dealing with the technical issues in the development of our matrix world. And now we can talk about what the team is working on right now. So we recently completed our blog tool support for flow tokens, and we also have some feature enhancements for the user profiles on the website, which allow users to display their land descriptions and the information. So moving on to the upgraded map features, we have completed the upgrade that will allow users to customize their land by adding media, data, and details that will be visualized on a global 3D map. And here is one screenshot with the Christmas theme. And other projects, I believe, do not have this feature. And moving forward to January, the first quarter of the 2022, things get really exciting. So we intend to release some demos and demos avatars to give users an idea of what to expect in the world, as well as some demo spaces like the Flow headquarters and public-private Matrix World museums, for example. And and finally, I'd like to bring up our matrix steps infrastructure. So matrix words can also be considered as one of our developed application. So Matrix Labs has assisted several of our partners in releasing their decentralized projects. And we have a robust platform, Matrix Chain-based services, that provides the blockchain-based user authentication, the on-chain event synchronization, and a token management system to assist decentralized application developers in easily onboarding their projects to one or more blockchains. And Chain ID also provides a good development environment, which helps to accelerate the development process and optimize the development experience. So to further benefit the entire community, so we are working on releasing our chain-based services along with the Chain ID integration as a multi-tenant public service platform to assist all developers in quickly building things in the blockchain metaverse. That's it. Thank you for attending this seminar. And lastly, I would like to say our Matrix Labs team is growing and we are hiring. So if you are interested in, please send me your resume to job@matrixworld.org. Let's build things together.